This is how the biggest bodybuilder alive today trains, 157 kilos. Samson Dauda, the 2024 Mr. Olympia, a giant, amazed the world with his physique. In 2025, he came in smaller and lost the crown. This 2026, he's going all out. He wants to win the Mr. Olympia title again. And today I'm going to upload an updated video of how he trains so we can see what he's doing to win again. And what is he doing to weigh 157 kilos and be this huge? The distribution of his training is as follows: back day, arm day, shoulder day, leg day, and chest day, and calves. Let's see how he trains his key points.
Y luego veremos cómo entrenar sus puntos débiles.
Me? Samson's chest is one of the biggest in open, one of the fullest and most pumped. I think that's his strong point. His calves are also very big, and I think they're another one of his strengths. He trains these two muscle groups together at the end of the week, and we're going to start with them. He starts by doing several supersets for calves. That is, he combines calf raises on the hack machine with his legs straight, with seated calf raises. This way, he works both the gastrocnemius and the soleus. In the video, he shows about 3 sets, and honestly, I don't think he does more than that. That's all his calf work. Lucky him. And I do 8 sets per workout every 3 days. Samson doesn't have calves, he has triplets, and I have only children. He takes quite a few pauses to really feel the contraction when he's squeezing hard, and he does calves before chest, not like you at the end of the workout when you're tired. Now he moves on to chest. He starts by doing sets of incline dumbbell press, sets of 16 increasing the weight, starting with the 40-pound dumbbells, and he handles them like they're toys. In fact, they look small in his hands. He goes up to 50 kilos and does another set of 16. Here, he's not going close to failure, he's actually pretty far from it. And he does a set of 14 with the 60s, that's 120 kilos, and he doesn't go to failure, he leaves some room. It's smart to do high reps in this exercise and not go too heavy, since it can be a bit more dangerous. Now he moves on to this incline press on the machine. He finishes pretty far from failure, but that's because the set isn't over yet. By the way, I love his 8 extra large shirt. That would be a bed sheet for a normal person, so he moves on to this other decline press machine and continues almost to failure, while he's evaporating. Samson's average temperature is 40 degrees Celsius. He's a hot guy, his hypertrophied head generates electricity. Here he's going closer to failure, and in the next superset and in the third one, he increases the weight, of course with real guts. With each set, he adds more plates and more discs. This was much more intense than the first exercise, and what stands out is how explosively he lifts. He lifts aggressively and confidently, which I think is very positive. However, during the negative phase, he lacks control. He doesn't just drop it, but he also doesn't lower it slowly. Next exercise. Chest adduction machine, sets of about 15. Much more intense, I have to say. Here he's going much closer to failure. If you drink water from a small bottle, one of those 250 or 500 ml ones, isn't that how you train? Does a champion hydrate like that? The bigger the bottle, the more seriously you train. Here he really controls it much more. The negative part, he does it slower. He does 5 sets in total of this exercise. Very effective. And now comes the moment where he takes off his shirt. And damn, what madness, he's a monster. 350 pounds, 157 kilograms. He's a mass of muscle, but you can see he has good shape, he maintains himself very well in the off-season, he even looks aesthetic, proportionate for how massive he is. This is his final workout of the week, as he saves his strong points for last. Now we'll look at his weak point workout. Before that, let's talk about total sets. About 3 supersets of calves, 3 ascending sets of incline dumbbell, 2 warm-up sets and 1 close to failure, 3 supersets of presses, 5 isolation chest sets. In total, he does 3 sets for calves and 11 that involve the chest. He trains with explosive concentric movements, showing good aggressiveness and speed on presses without holding long. The lowering phase in isolation, on the chest adductor, he does it much more controlled. He moves between 12 and 16 reps and up to 20 reps or more in a superset. Low weekly training volume, low frequency, high intensity without being extreme. And with this, he grows like a beast. No need for more, just well done work, plenty of rest, good chemical nutrition, and grow. Samson doesn't wear himself out senselessly, he stimulates the muscle and gives it what it needs without destroying it. Let's move on to back training. Even though Samson has an amazing back, I wish I had one like that. I think it's one of his muscle groups that needs improvement. Especially since he has to compete with some open guys like Derek, Hadi, Andrew and Nick, guys who have incredible backs. Is he going to train with Mudito and again? You'll understand soon. He starts with a narrow grip pull down, supersetted with cable rows. And watch how he lets himself go, how he stretches his back well, how he bends his lower back without any fear and then pulls. This is how you do this exercise, not keeping your shoulder blades fixed and your back completely neutral without moving. I've never seen straps used with that grip, I don't know, it's the first time I've seen it, it seems a bit unnecessary, right? And here he's going to do 4 assisted supersets to failure. I'm sure they don't usually train like this. This is just because his buddies are pushing him hard during the workout. And this can be a double-edged sword because sure, they give you motivation and all that, but when you train with friends, you usually overdo it, you go too much to failure, you put on too much weight. So, normally, I think he trains less hard on back day. Keep this in mind for the next exercise. 1-arm dumbbell row, making sure to support yourself well to stabilize and take off some load. I like it. We see the tempo again, not very controlled, 1-1. Anyway, I think the technique is pretty good. He takes off his shirt and he's steaming. Samson has an aura, but what's the temperature in that gym? In that gym, do you gain muscle or do you catch pneumonia? Wow, look at that steak Samson's got. He does 4 sets of this, so we're at 8 in total now. The next exercise is a superset of rows. Did you guess it? I don't know why he likes them so much. Just because it's called super doesn't mean it's better, it's just another method. And damn, Samson really overdoes this, he doesn't do anything else. And I have to say that I didn't like this other superset as much because first, with the chest supported, he's not depressing the scapulae, he's not protracting and retracting them that much. And I don't think he's working the traps that much, but rather the rear deltoid, even the arm given how much flexion there is. And in the other half of the superset, I do think he's moving the scapular area more. But I think the exercise is a bit partial, his elbow is too far out, and I think the rear deltoid is doing almost all the work. Look at how it stands out, look at how it contracts, it's about to burst. I think that more than his back, it's the rear deltoid that's doing the work here. With each set, he increases the weight. We see that this is a constant with Samsung. Every set he does, he adds more and more weight, and here he does another 4 sets. I want to show you this while he assists again, so you can see the aura he has. He's a Saiyan Samsung. The total work in this back session was 12 sets, of which the back probably got about half, and the rear delts and arms got the rest. Doing 12 sets of pulls doesn't necessarily mean 12 effective sets for the back. It comes out to between 15 and 25 reps in total. I think he uses good technique in almost every exercise. Although the timing is not very controlled, the weekly volume is low, the frequency is low, and I think he should increase it to 2 days. And I think here he's missing some pullover work, or the typical Dorian machine, some kind of isolation back machine. I didn't like the back workout that much, but I really like the chest workout. This is how Samson Dauda is training to win the Mr. Olympia again. This is how the biggest bodybuilder today trains, a gorilla weighing almost 160 kilos. Don't forget to check out the other episodes of the series, How Do the Best Bodybuilders Train? And you have a 10% discount. With the code ARES at massmusculo.com, link in the description and pinned comment. There you can buy protein, creatine and all kinds of supplements. That's all from Aries YT. Have a happy Sunday.